the following presentation of the National Football League.
Sideline, their head coach. His guys, they should come in rested and ready off that midseason bye. Across from him, his counterpart, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains. And excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Right to the air is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 31-yard line.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. Down the right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. With Rashad Bateman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Look at this Baltimore defense against the pass. Just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? Or what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. On play action, Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Allen now on the sneak. And he is going to have a Bills first down. Are able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Bills first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Ravens very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Quick slant to Shakir. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
The game at 7.
So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Setting up the screen for Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Here's Allen to throw it. Has his man, it's Shakir. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Motion man is Shakir. Allen now looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tucker Kraft from 4 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
5-yard pickup on the play.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
13.
Throwing is Jackson. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
For the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there. Kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bills offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. They'll start by running the option to the right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 21-yard line.
Now Allen. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Allen going to throw. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They go play action now. Jackson on the RPO. He'll keep it himself. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First and 10 at the 30.
They run wide side with Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And the Ravens at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Play action. Now Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
Jackson, options out left. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry now for Justice Hill. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Henry up the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
At the 16-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the ground now. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Now the Bills are going to use the 1st of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Throwing now is Allen. Short throw. He's got Kraft. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Allen off the play fake. Open man is Palmer. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it 2nd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. To the air, Allen. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete with a Clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Jackson, a final shot before break. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. On his loop for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. We're officially on to the second half of the season, Week 10. The playoff race starting to faintly take shape. Let's get into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. The Chargers at home for an AFC West tilt against Kansas City. And we talk so much about the Chiefs' offense. How about the defense coming up big here? From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions. They're hosting the Green Bay Packers. And this is Matthew Golden. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Packers had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. One more to show you real quick. It's over in Tampa, the Buccaneers hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is Bucky Irving. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Bucs win the battle of the heavyweights in what could very well.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Bills offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Allen. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position. First and goal after a gain of 19.
First down. First and goal
Allen.
at the 4-yard line.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen with career touchdown number 75. And the Bills have retaken a third-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Brings up second and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Now a handoff to Henry. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Jackson now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 27 yards there, a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
All right.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. 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 1st and 10 Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Well, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because you have a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
That's interference. Defense.
Thought he had the pick. Flag. Comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
21.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the 1st down on that one?
And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw, it's Allen. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part of it.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this 3rd quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there, who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Allen to throw it. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Nabi Matabike able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And he's been terrific all year running the football. You see the season numbers up over 500 yards now for the campaign, and that is really an accomplishment for a quarterback. Henry out of the pistol. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings it 2nd and 9.
They'll run it again with Henry. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
That's another Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 10.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They'll run straight ahead with Hill. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will add to their fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bills going to take over again on offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Setting up the screen for Cook. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he's going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. Allen now looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A gain of 9.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Bills first down.
Now Allen. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
36-yard line.
2 yards to go, second down.
Brings up second and 2.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Allen going to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First down and goal to go.
Looking to throw. Allen. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Second and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when you realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on second and goal.
Go! Ready!
back to throw. Allen. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Operating from the gun. Allen. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. Allen and the Bills now, down by 7, a minute 55 remaining. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Now Allen. That's caught by Shakir. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. Here's 2nd down and 3. To throw is Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26.
That's good for Bills.
Allen. Now he'll tuck, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the
Throwing, Allen. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Coleman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here comes 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 16.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down. That is caught. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Bills.
And there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The visitors' offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Ravens, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo,